last week demos from Mike with more AI in Orchard. No MCP, just recipes. Zoltan talked about the admin team. And no update conference collaboration. Copy paste at page 429 2025. Zoom it. Topics. Victoria, harvest, no update conference collaboration. But no update from Microsoft. Am I right? Victoria is silent, or I don't have sound, but I have sound. So Victoria is trying to mute and unmute, but it's the microphone, Victoria. It's not the mute or unmute. Try again, but no, it doesn't work. So next time we see Victoria, we get.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now it's working. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. So we got some promise that they will be in touch for the venue, but I think it's almost equals to no update from Microsoft. So most probably our connect in Prague, in the Czech Republic, they will start organizing a separate venue. But the most important thing is that we decided on the date, and it's getting official now that it will be on the 11th and 12th of November, not December, November. Yes, and so that will be just before another bigger conference, the update conference. So we are hoping to invite a lot of new .NET developers to our conference as well. And if you are interested, you will be able to attend this other conference as well. So
I checked the hotel prices for the 11 and 12. I checked, and it's more expensive than Las Vegas. If you found Las Vegas expensive, hotel, so maps.cooker.com, hotels in Prague. Lombiq. And this is the city center and lots of hotels. Wow, it's more than what I saw earlier. That's weird. Okay, what did I do?
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. There will be another conference. There are a lot of possibilities for hotels or Airbnbs. So I'm sure that you will be able to find even a really, really good price for it.
So you want to arrive the day before and you want to leave the day after, at least. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I must have selected like something like I want just 5-star hotels and whatever, because that's not the price I've seen. Cool.
Yeah. So I will post also the survey for the speakers, which I'm really hoping that a lot of you will apply to be a speaker at the event. And we will see how the organization continues. And I'm hopeful that we will have a venue as well, finally.
Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Next, demos. Who's got some demos? Okay, good job. The demos, best demos. These ones were status. Orchard one, there was a commit more than a week ago, so nothing. OrchardCore, we left on the 22nd. What happened? Mike happened. Hisham happened. George is back. Fixed dependency. So it should have been dependency. Lazy. IAdmin resolution. And no scope geography. Oh, and moving that thing in a feature. Well, requiring a feature. Custom startup requiring admin. Okay. And lazy. Good. Add depends on jQuery. I feel like we removed it 2 weeks ago. But this
You
makes
shouldn't
sense.
really remove it. It's a
This is
JavaScript
for
inline.
inline script only, right?
Yeah, that's okay. That makes sense. Even if it's imported by something else, we can say we depend on that. So we don't have to verify. So that's good. Okay. I agree. And also I agree because you agree. So everyone agrees. This one we skip because we got to do. Like we got to do. Yeah. So let's skip and just talk about it when we fix it. A new contributor, but that's it. Preload site settings and tenant activation. This is from George to try to prevent some startup to collide when some multiple threads from loading the same thing, updating the same thing asynchronously. So this is just pre-assigning a property such that the next time that and pre-assigning a property that is loaded asynchronously, such that the next time we want to read this value synchronously, the value is already loaded and there is no asynchronous code to run, which could help with multiple async calls.
We will see if this really solves the problem.
It's possible. I'm kind of confident that it can just help things. That's a very common pattern to preload something asynchronously because we have synchronous invokers. So that's good. Let's see. So there is this new method that you are only allowed to call when you do configure. And when you call that, the object that was previously loaded asynchronously here will already be loaded for you. So there is no async code in this code path in that case. Beautiful. Okay. New liquid method to add a segment to the page title without having to handle it. There is the same thing in Razor, but there was nothing in liquid, so now it's added. Documentation speaks for itself. Page title, add segment. Almost like it would be nice. I'm a culprit here, but it would have been nice to have a page or page title kind of feed object and be able to pipe, add segment, render, whatever filter on the specific object.
But that's a bigger change.
No, I'm just like I have regrets. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it was too much work.
Good. Orchard 5.
Right. Or 15.
Nodes. Apply dark monokai theme to codemirror. So there is a new codemirror theme that is better for contrast on black, on dark backgrounds. And that looks nicer. And it's using online resources instead of embedding them. No, it is embedding them, but there is also the online one for the CVM. Okay, good. And it's using SS11. Okay, that's I knew that something was better than before. This is what Jasmine improved to you. I assume it's Jasmine because you suggested it, and I suggested Jasmine to do it. So now it's using the defined resources to be easier to update. Cool. The constructor provide complete JSON recipe documentation because Mike wants to teach its AI how to build recipes. So more doc about recipes. And there are more PRs coming. Fix typo in docs combination. This one for code and enable. Okay. You change password in the user menu should be triggered from the admin. Now, whenever you edit your password, you will get the editor where you come from. Like from the admin, you get an admin view. From the front end, you get a front end view. Might be wrong, but it's just better way of editing the password. The breaking change. Lots of discussions about this PR, but see. Good job, everyone. This is the revert of the thing we didn't talk about. Don't call IEnumerable IUserEventHandler from UserDisplayDriver. The idea is that this code should be triggered from the controller. So the code that was in the driver should be invoked in the controller. So now it's in the controller. And there's a new method. There are different methods in the IO service to enable and disable a user, which are also now here invocable in the admin. So before you had a checkbox in the user editor to disable or enable, which is super not normal for an action pattern like this, checking checkbox. So you can disable the user if this is enabled, and you can enable it if it is disabled. It's an action with a drop-down item, and it's invoking two new methods on this user service, enable and disable. Beautiful. Thank you, Isham and reviewers. Remove unnecessary interlock compare exchange. FluidTagHelper. Okay, maybe okay, maybe there was a different thing before. I don't know why it was on this
No,
way.
it's also handled by increment, the line below.
Yeah.
And actually the parameters are swapped. I guess it should start from 0 to max value and should not overflow to negative values, but the value set is max value. And 0 is a comparand.
Where do we use this unique ID?
Directly
ID.
after
ID.
it's ID. It's just a string to convert it to a string.
Okay, it's just a unique ID. Okay, fine.
It's a minor thing.
Update non-breaking dependency versions. So new AWS SDK. And I've read somewhere, I saw a notification that there will be a 4 version of AWS SDK with lots of breaking changes, I assume. But there is a new version coming. A new different number thing and a new subclass update. Don't raise, enable, disable user events when your state is not changing. Okay. That's a new thing. Good.
Yeah, it's it was the behavior before, so I added it back.
So you
Related to
skip
the INumerable
Okay.
UserEventHandler change before.
Okay, cool. FluidTagHelper 224. Not even sure there was a 223, but we skipped it because 224 was too quick to ship after 222. Louis, what's new in 223 and 224? It's the 223. When was it? We have a date here. Was it 22nd at 4 p.m. So we didn't see that. See? So what changed? Avoid creating empty. So Marco, might know or not, if you don't know, he's doing lots of open source projects also and helping anywhere he can help on performance. For Gene, for Preload, for Free, for everything and all the rest. And he's the author of Quartz.com. Okay? Look at that, queen everywhere. Whatever. So avoid creating an array value instance, empty array value instances, so perf optimization. Avoid re-registration if member not found. So this is just when optimization to resolve the properties. Single dictionary lookup also to resolve the properties. And I added some caching in the include statements, which you might not use, but now it's cached. There was a single template caching. Now there is a multiple templates caching if you use variables for that. Done. Then 224. I fixed the caching because there were some case sensitivity issues with that, some conflicts, so it's fixed, it was a bug. Marco improved performance on number expression, improved performance for star lookup when you register a full class without specifying the custom property, improved memory allocations, hence performance, and I did an experimental attribute on the thing I fixed here, just because I did a breaking change from the previous commit, so I'm like, yeah, I don't like it, so let's make it experimental in case there are more bugs. So perf improvements and new caching and perf improvements. I updated the benchmarks, which are at the bottom, just to show how fast it is. Rendering the template with Fluid compared to .liquid here that we used to use at the beginning, and other Mustache template engine and Scriben, which is also supported Liquid. Scriben being by the same author as Markdown. Markdown 5, sorry. Good. Like that. Everything on the left is faster and it's good. That's it. Update Fluid. Update identity packages. Functions. Dict everything. Good. It will need this filter. Fix asset manager VS Code debug file. How does it work? What is that? Plasma, what did you do? Asset build, manager build.
Well, it's just because I moved. Yeah, I moved and I changed the name of the build tool to just asset manager. So I forgot to, yeah.
Let's do something. Good job. There is no more asset build tool anywhere. All done. Questions, comments, topics, PRs?
What game are you trying to watch today?
I'm watching Arsenal versus Paris, Mike. Not because I like Arsenal, but Paris is French. And the other game is what? Barcelona against... yeah, that's so sad. So many good games. You can't watch them all. No, it's tomorrow, the other game, so that's why. That's nice. I will watch them all. That's the only question you had about soccer.
What else do you want me to ask?
I don't know. AI stuff, PRs, complaining.
No, I think we have a couple PRs that we can review on Thursday.
I looked at the list actually before the meeting just to see there is a lot of activity. Documentation updates.
You know what? Look at the go all the way to the bottom. Look at the last PR. I think this is the one we look at the very bottom.
That one?
Yes.
It's a prototype.
Yes. It's actually a good PR.
Okay.
But it depends on, look at that. It depends on 7891. That is the secrets module. And that has been closed because there's no activity whatsoever on it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what can we do to get this PR moving forward?
Send some money to George to own it because he's got the power. How much do you ask George to finish this PR?
That's actually the question that I'm going to ask, is because I think with this upcoming conference, we should raise some extra funds to profit and keep some money for PRs like this. Like obviously this PR, it needs a lot of work. I haven't looked into it myself, but not even.
There is an option. We don't have to wait for the conference. If someone wants to, I think Hisham looked at it. We could have maybe just now. I don't remember exactly. Tell me if I'm wrong just now, or Antoine, because you were there before. The Open Collective now is supported by GitHub, so we could have an Open Collective and ask for funds and finance with that some specific project. That would be easier. The Net Foundation and GitHub support that now, so that might be an option.
Yeah, so I think we should. Yeah, I think it's something we should definitely have some money where we can just, if we need something like this, just obviously it's gonna take a time. Well, so whoever's gonna,
if you need some money, we just need to add more tariffs, and magically we get money. So. On what could we do tariffs? On PRs? Like every time you want to close a PR, you need to pay something.
If more issues, maybe it's better.
Yeah, you create an issue, pay $5.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, that's what Kevin is doing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I was talking to him about that yesterday.
I'm kidding, but yeah, we are kidding.
No, seriously, he has a way. I mean, if you submit a ticket, if you're not a sponsor, he's just gonna close your ticket.
Exactly. So Kevin's open source. I click on Kevin, and I'm still here. I'm confused. Where did I click? Kevin. In. If I take my Git, yeah. So if you find issues, Kevin will work on your issue in priority order if you are a supporter of the project, or answer questions also. So it's like paid support, right? It's open source, you can use it, but if you need support or you need issues to be fixed in priority or new features, then we will handle that on the issue. Yeah, that's the way. This is not what we're doing. I'm just suggesting that we open create a fund for funding thing.
Yeah, I think we should create an account where we can fund things where you can just put money, and we can use it if needed.
Okay, so let's create an account and Mike puts money on it.
Sure.
I
can take your money directly. Don't need an account.
I don't even know. So good question for the European, because I'm in the States, so I don't remember. Well, it was not there before when I left. How do you send money? So you can do a bank transfer for sure. I use because in Europe there is the IBAN stuff, so you can send money across accounts very safely with a bank number. In the US, you can't share your bank account number, but in Europe you can. It's safe, and it's instantaneous and free. But in the US we use Venmo or PayPal to send money. Do you have Venmo in Europe?
No, but PayPal.
PayPal works. Yeah.
To be honest, I I use my bank account for bank transfer from
for business,
USA,
right?
and also other countries. It works with the IBAN.
Yeah, I've done that.
So
Or Swift transfers.
Swift code, the Swift code transfer also works. But there's a service, I think I need to find it. There's a website where they do international bank transfer, and they have better exchange rates. Wise.com. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I have virtual European bank account, so it's free transfers, and then from Europe I can use that to transfer inside Europe. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, you're all consultants and contractors, so you know about the thing. Sure. So now you all know how to send money to George, so we can finish this PR. And
I should work for that money. I just wanted to take it.
You create the PR and you say, I will release the PR only when I get enough money. It's like a
hostage.
Stage. The PR.
Good idea.
It's more like a carrot. Like, oh, you see that? I'm only giving to you if you give me some money. Yeah, funny.
No, because I don't know if everyone knows the history of that PR. So that PR was originally created like 5 years ago or something. And it's just no longer supported, basically. And it's a really good PR that it was just never continued. I forgot who was it. John Thierry, the one that started it originally.
I don't know. So I know I worked on it, on the design, then Jean Thierry, then Lynn. So I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I see only code. Yeah, code changes from Jean Thierry and Lynn. So yeah.
Yeah.
But even Kevin participated. I think the design we submitted the design. Yeah, but we'll see. But that's a very interesting thing to work on. I would pay to work on that, but I'm busy with my work, which pays me, so I can't. So that's okay. Cool. Thanks.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. See you on Thursday.
See you.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Have a nice day. See you.
Thank you. Cheers.